Hi, Chapel Hill. It's time for another midweek update. I missed you last week. My family and I drove to Michigan to see some in-laws there and spend some time with them and take one more final week of time off during the summer before fall hits and school starts up again and all that comes with that. And so we got a little time away and spent that time with family. And while I was gone, Jamie stepped in and preached for us on Sunday. And while we were driving back through Michigan, we were able to catch that message as we drove. And the guy had the nerve to challenge me on my vacation, which was not very considerate. But I loved it. I loved the challenge in his message. And there are a couple things I wanted to share with you in terms of what really stuck with me. What are the things that made me think? And here they are. Out of the 8 questions that he asked at the end of his message, there were 8 challenge questions, and I encourage you to go to Facebook where we've posted those and check out those questions if you haven't already, and go and watch his message because it was excellent. It was really good, and he left us with these 8 challenge questions, and I want to share 2 of them with you that really hit me. And the first one was related to that quote from Charles Swindoll that he used that said, "Life is 10% what happens to me and 90% how I react to it." And that is so true in my life, and it just got me thinking about that and going back and reevaluating my reactions to things, how I react and what my priorities are, what my initial thoughts are when I react to something. The second one that stuck with me was a question about the integration of my response to things like this pandemic and my walk with Jesus, and how following Jesus influences my response and vice versa. And so I'm really thinking about that. And he talked a lot about unity in his message, and I'm glad he did. Unity is one of my constant prayers for our church right now, because as you've been able to see, I'm sure, the things that are going on in our world have divided people in many, many ways, in the church, outside the church, in our country and our world as a whole. There's a lot of division that's come with all that's going on, and so I'm praying constantly for unity, especially for Chapel Hill Church, and I ask that you would join me in that prayer and in that effort to work to promote unity in our church. This Sunday, we are hoping to be out on the grass again, have an outdoor service here, as long as it's not raining like it is right now. The storm's just clearing up. That's why I'm here in my office instead of outside making this recording for you. But the weather looks good so far for Sunday, and so we're hoping to have another outdoor service, and I look forward to seeing you there. We are going to talk about something that unifies us. And when we talk about that thing that unifies us, you're going to see me pull out a bucket. I am going to use a bucket to make my point. And my challenge to you between now and Sunday is to figure out, how is he going to use that bucket? What does that bucket have to do with things that create unity, a sense of unity in the church? Just try to guess how I'm going to use a bucket in my sermon and use it as an illustration. And let's see if you get it right on Sunday. What I want to do is right now is just leave you with some verses that remind us of that unity that's ours. And so I want to read for you Ephesians chapter 4, verses 1 through 6. And this is what Paul writes to the church in Ephesus. He says, "I, therefore, a prisoner for the Lord, urge you to walk in a manner worthy of the calling to which you have been called, with all humility and gentleness, with patience, bearing with one another in love, eager to maintain the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. There is one body and one Spirit, just as you are called to the one hope that belongs to your call, one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all, who is over all and through all and in all." I love you, Chapel Hill Church. You are my eternal family. I love you very much, and I look forward to seeing you on Sunday.